now had giant claw marks and bark ripped off.
Also, before we went onto the trail, there was a sign saying bear activity
Oh, wow.
has been spotted.
And it was super, super dry. It hadn't rained for like a week, which is odd for Vancouver, but so like all the trees are really dry, and like, you know, the inside of a tree is wet, and so the bark ripped off. It was like wet underneath. It's like it was clearly very fresh.
Yeah.
It was like high up. I was like, well, what else could have done this? Clearly a bear. And like there was like several trees like that.
Oh. Did you see a bear?
No.
No, but it was just.
But
That's
our friend,
creepy.
our friend had been living in Vancouver for years and never went hiking except the one time I went to Vancouver, like years ago. And apparently part of the reason, like, she's just really anxious about, like, bears.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't fuck with bears and stuff.
Yeah.
She's pretty anxious in there. But yeah, she was like really, really scared. It's funny because I was like secretly hoping we see a bear in the distance. Like on the other side.
Yeah,
was, like,
from a safe distance.
There was some conflict there, where I was trying to, like, get us to go quickly and be like, hey, you know, it's okay, it's not a big deal, we're not gonna see a bear.
But yeah, it was like, it ended up being fine. But like, there's people who are coming onto the trail, and like, we tried to warn them. It's like, hey, you know, this might be a bear. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, no,
Because it's not
there's
supposed
like,
to be a big deal.
yeah. And then I was like,
It becomes a big deal when there are people who, like, feed the bears.
yeah. And then Savannah thought she smelled bear poop or something, but I didn't.
No, we thought we saw it. There was just
Oh.
a giant pile of it.
I was like,
okay.
who can tell like, oh, that's bear food.
No, what happened was we saw a pile of it, and Abby was saying it's probably not fresh because if it was, we would smell it from far away, which is
that's
valid.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because we didn't smell, we only saw it.
Yeah. And what do you call it? Like, so like I think she said that to the people first. Like, oh, we saw bear poop. They're like and I was like, yeah, the bark was like scratched off the trees like recently, and they're like, oh shit.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't care.
No, when I said it to the guy, he was like, oh really?
He said, "Oh, really?" and they kept going.
Yeah,
they
he's
didn't
like,
even
oh,
stop.
well.
They kept going, but they cared
They
a
didn't
little
stop.
bit more.
All right, you're really like reaching for a little bit of.
What? I find that like people who are like here. I think we did this trail once with my mom and brother, and my mom was like, "Oh no!" It was that same sign. "Oh no, there's a bear!" Like, we shouldn't. And my brother was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah.
Like, the signs were always there.
It's supposed to be part of like knowing how to handle that situation is like a part of outdoorsiness.
Yeah. I would freak out. I'm not gonna be honest.
I probably would too.
But yesterday, when we were hiking, I think I smelled a bear, like, a couple times, because it was like a really, really pungent animal smell. But I mentioned no one else noticed it.
Oh.
Well, there was no one else except me.
What do you mean?
It was when it was just us.
No.
Yeah,
There was a couple times. Maybe I only mentioned it to you that time.
maybe.
But there's other times I smelled it as a group. No one said anything.
I mean, there's also lots of animals. It didn't have to be a bear.
We
Didn't
saw
have to be, but I wonder what else could smell that bad.
a group of 5 deer. We were dropping Irfan off for his first day of kindergarten.
Oh, today?
Yeah, today. And
Oh.
across the street there was a house and a group of 2 adults and their 3 baby deer. I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, we saw elk our first night here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Where did you see it?
By the train tracks.
And
And then
in
the train
Canmore.
came, and they all left.
Uh,
And then the train went and just went on for like ever.
It's a cargo train, but
we sometimes see those sheep with the horns.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like wild sheep?
Yeah, they're just on the side of the road,
That's
kind
so
of.
cool.
Yeah.
Your deer story reminded me of a video I saw about Japan. I think it's Napa. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
there's a place in Japan where the deers have kind of taken over. So it used to be not as bad because they would cull them, but then they overcull them. So it's like, okay, we're never gonna cull them now. But now it's a problem because not only are there too many who are like harassing everyone, they also eat up all the baby trees that they're
Right.
trying to plant.
Right.
So it's kind of like destroying the environment.
And
So
then
it's like
people
maybe
also
we need to
feed them.
introduce culling again. But then it's like, oh, we shouldn't cull. But it's like, it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
You don't want to like overpopulate
Yeah.
the deers and then have them kind of destroy everything. It's not like the deers are going to be like, oh, we should save this to let it grow. They're just going to be like, oh, food.
So this trail is 1.7 kilometers, this sign said.
Cool.
Is that round trip or?
I think it's to
One
the top,
way.
probably.
But down trip should be easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna unzip this.
You're gonna what?
Unzip my.
Why?
Unclip.
Because I'm hot.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
your zip.
yeah.
Oh. Could have probably worn my shorts.
Do you get a good discount on next stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to How this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
About what?
Oh, just catching up,
Nice.
work and stuff. Yeah. He, I guess he's switched teams, right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He
was-
switched teams multiple times by the time I talked to him because I think the team like wasn't a thing anymore,
Right.
which is a thing.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah. What team are you on?
Cloud billing.
Cloud Building. Okay. Oh, so you've been on that team since you moved to Google then?
Yeah, actually, like the team I was originally on within cloud billing stopped being a thing less than a year into it. But we merged with my manager's other team.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's fine.
Yeah.
The work is whatever. The perks
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
Work-life balance, I think, is better.
That's good.
That was the main thing for me.
That was something that Hal brought up too. He was like, at Amazon, our team was really nice.
Yeah.
Like we were all really nice to each other, but as soon as you had to like talk to someone outside of your team, they were like really mean and wouldn't get back to you and felt like, oh, it's an imposition that you're emailing me.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not like that at Google.
That's not true.
No?
What would you say? Well, I mean, I guess I can guess the differences between like farming and living now. But
Yeah.
I guess, what do you like the most? That's different.
What I like the most about living in Calgary is the proximity to the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an hour drive and I'm here and that's nice.
So I guess every time you just have to rent a car.
Yeah, or we borrow like one of my, like Michael's parents, we borrow his a lot.
Yeah, sharing.
Yeah, sure. Because we don't need it every day, so.
Yeah.
We are thinking of getting one though, because it's really not walkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be one of the disadvantages, is not walkable.
Yeah.
And, you know, the neighborhood I was living in Toronto, the houses were small, closer together, and it felt very, like, neighborly.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, you kind of poke your head out the door and all their neighbors are outside and playing. It doesn't feel like that here.
In the suburb you live in, is it kind of like Brampton, Mississauga style homes?
No,
Okay,
no,
it's not
it's
like
not,
that.
not that bad.
Okay.
I would say it's
Like
more
Scarborough.
like, let me think, closer to like the houses you see. It's hard because the neighborhood I live in, it's all new houses. But in terms of like the size, maybe like North Yorkish.
Okay.
Yeah, and same with like proximity. Like it's
Well,
it's
North
like a
York-
10-minute drive to downtown.
I feel like North York has a lot of variety.
Yes.
But I guess, yeah, you're thinking like midtown? Uptown?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not downtown, but by Calgary standards, it's still like inner city.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I wanted to bike downtown, it's like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if because your neighborhood is so nice, that's why it doesn't have the neighborly feel. Like maybe. As
A lot of
time
people
goes
are
on-
migrating though.
Yeah.
And the costs have shot up, right?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
True, but I mean, like, I think about like how those communities formed. Like, it has to take time, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, especially like the older people,
Yeah.
like know each other.
Yeah, you kind of establish
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Like maybe by the time like you're old, like you'll have like friends for your neighbors.
We may
Yeah.
have downsized by then.
Yeah.
Did your husband's parents like already live here?
They moved here after we moved here.
Oh,
They
like Bishop's parents.
did they follow you to Toronto? Yeah, I appreciate it because I mean they're nice, they're helpful, they let us use their car. They do need a lot of help though, so Michael has to spend a lot of time kind of like driving them places and yeah.
I'm glad my parents are healthy.
Yeah.
His parents, I think, are like really healthy compared
Unless they're really healthy.
compared to other people their age and
Sure.
their parents.
Yeah.
Have they found a community? Like they have friends and
My
stuff?
mom did, because they live in the Harbor Square, which has a lot of older people.
Oh yeah.
So my mom, like, she does the classes that they offer, and then meets other people that way. And she also like works at Winners, and meets people there.
That's nice.
I don't get the same vibe that my dad is much of a, but he's not really much of a community guy. He's a family guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think the environment's gonna change much about that. It's like his focus is like, you know.
Yeah.
The way like you relay things your dad has said about his work, it sounds like he's well liked there.
He's a lot like what?
Well liked at his job.
At his job, yeah.
Because he's a hard worker, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's like, oh, he's the fun guy. It's like, oh, he works hard.
He picks up the slack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It looks like we've reached the top.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Nice.
So short.
It's a short leg. It's a
Yeah.
short
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
It's by design.
Yeah, I'm feeling it in my glute again.
That's a good thing. That's what you want.
No, I mean like the bone grinding.
Oh, that's.
Oh
That's
no.
not what I want.
Have you seen a physio about that?
I mean, it would be nice if I could.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult.
Yeah.
If you don't have like work insurance.
Yeah. The private insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad.
It looks like though there's a lot more trail.
Well, we
I
could
think
stop
if we
by
go
the lake.
straight ahead. I think this way there's a view, and then this way.
Because I'm hearing a waterfall.
Yeah, I think the waterfall you'll see this way.
That wasn't an hour though. Did you just go
Someone
faster?
whistling?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's 1 hour, 14 minutes out and back.
Oh, out and back. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a much better view over
Yeah.
here.
I imagine, based on the fact that that's what people's are. Do people jump?
Oh God, I don't know.
You mean which context do you mean, Vish? Like for fun or
For fun.
for the last time?
I don't know. I don't think so. I've never heard of that.
You mean when you see a waterfall, your mind doesn't immediately think jump, just
No,
jump?
it does. I think that's why I'm afraid of heights, because immediately my mind goes to
Intrusive thoughts.
what would happen.
I had a jump down.
So if I ever do VFR, I'll just never tell either of you.
Yes.
I'll just tell you afterwards.
Yes.
Now I definitely don't want you to do it. The grain and like the lightning. I don't know, it feels like a different art form because you never really know what's going to turn out like until you develop it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to start like a folk magazine thing. Because I have a bunch of roles that I haven't developed. I think this is my favorite role. Oh my god, it's so nice.
It's nice, eh?
It'd be really funny if we missed this.
No, this is the reason I brought you here.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot of
Sophia would be like, "Did you see the Clearwater Lake?" It's like, huh? It's pretty blue. What are you talking about? What's that?
Water treatment?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, you can see it kind of not from this side, but it goes all the way
really?
down the mountain.
Or unless that's a tadpole. Those might be tadpoles.
Those ones right there by the branches in the water. Those are the ones sitting there.
Hey, since this is a provincial park and not a national park, I wonder if you're allowed to bring drones here.
Drones?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because I know in some of the parks that they have signs up that say you're not allowed.
And none of the federal ones, I think. I don't like the idea of drones, though. I think it's too easy to be disruptive,
Yeah, they make a lot of noise.
and it's just like the dangers and like the
Yeah.
space, and it's like, oh, there's a guy with a drone. Let's just stay out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if I want to see like really nice drone footage of a place, I will go online and find someone's really nice drone footage of a place. I'm not gonna find good stuff myself.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of like the same thing as photography, where you can say the same thing about that, but
Yeah.
there's a hobby in like taking your own good photos,
Yeah.
but I guess it comes at the cost of like being annoying to other people.
The other day we were at Costco and that's my son drone. He's like, a drone! I was like, I don't know what a drone is. And he's like, can we get it? I was like, are you kidding? No.
How? Isn't he like, what is he like?
5!
What the hell?
Yeah, no.
So we took the upper trail, so we could take the.
Yeah, we could take. I think the other one is farther.
But it's downhill, I guess.
It's down.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, we can walk
Yeah,
around.
let's walk around these rocks. Oh, look at these rocks.
Don't go off the trail, don't go off the trail, don't go off the trail, don't go off the trail.
Oh, I've never noticed those enormous rocks. Wow.
Did you do that?
Not those. Those are a really good idea, though.
Yeah. We saw a bunch of that yesterday.
Yeah. We had ones that you put like on your body. Yeah, they're useful.
When I did that with Nita, I found maybe I could like change my form, but like my back would hurt.
Yeah. What kind of like carrier did you buy?
It was a backpack, but I would put it on my front
Yeah,
because
okay.
But then like when I put it on the back, it was more comfortable for me.
Yeah.
But then I also wanted to.
Yeah, these ones. I mean, they're built pretty. Like the padding on the straps is pretty heavy, and they come with like little things in the back to like to distribute the weight pretty evenly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a cool. Yeah. It's still like if you're carrying them for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
it's like this is hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The mountain in the clouds.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It'd be nice to climb that.
Yeah, it looks like when you go this way, there's like a path up, but I think it's closed.
Fisted?
That did feel weird.
It felt
Yeah.
shoot in.
Yeah.
It's like we got to put this in here,
It's
and
like
it
we
wasn't
gotta
clear.
have Mattel in the movie.
Yeah.
And some of the metaphors weren't very like well kind of communicated. Like it wasn't. Like, I felt like they half-assed the metaphor with Mattel.
yeah.
Or I was like, okay, so clearly he's like an asshole. He's a patriarchal
Yeah.
asshole.
Was
But
it
then
a
it's like,
metaphor or was it just real?
Yeah, yeah. It was, well,
just-
you
were
can
they
kind of
just-
like.
but then it's like, okay, what are they trying to say?
Yeah.
'Cause also, they were all goofballs, and
Yeah.
it's like that's not how it. That's not real.
The chase scene was very enjoyable, though.
It was
wanna point-
enjoyable, but then it's like, what are these characters? What are they-
Interesting, look at this. So I guess this whole thing is just like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
a bridge.
Yeah. You could like dive in here and.
Yeah. I guess
like
Because
that.
things like if there's a sign and you know what every language looks like, then you're kind of like, okay.
Yeah, but then
But-
there's versions of GeoGuessr where it's like no moving, no panning, just one screen. And then he also does like this new guy. He does content where it's like people will like it's like, hey, this meme, where is it? So like there's the no head meme, and then it's like he found this exact street that meme takes place on,
No way.
and
Oh,
stuff
wow.
like that. Like scenic, like iconic videos. It's like, oh, it's actually filmed here.
Oh yeah, I remember that. When he takes pictures. Like in the there it is.
And
He
then
takes pictures like where
yeah,
those memes happened. Like the guy, the guy with like the pink shirt. He's like,
yeah.
I had to do it to them.
And there was someone who once, there's a trend about like you'll post a picture of like little steps.
Yeah, that's the trail I was talking about. I thought it was closed.
No, there's someone climbing on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I guess that must be a thing that they've organized.
Yeah. Or I think it's just like you should be able to just go and do it as long as you remember right there.
Yeah.
So,
Not opposed to it, but I feel like I could never think of a symbol that I like enough
yeah.
that I would like for the rest of my life. What about you?
Same. But I guess I'm. Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I don't know. I feel, yeah, I mean, it's
You would
partly that
overthink it so much that it's not possible to do it.
I feel like, yeah, there's nothing that I can think of visually that I want enough to have my
guess
body
so,
for my
right?
entire life.
Yeah.
Tattoos also fade.
Yeah, they look
And
weird.
yeah. I also don't like the idea of altering my body, if that makes sense. I don't know, just feels like I don't have any piercings. Like,
Hey, you put product in your hair. That's altering.
that's not permanently altering.
You put on shoes.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of like having things kind of weirds me out a little bit.
Interesting. Yeah, I used to have my ears pierced. I used to have
What do you mean used to?
they close up, yeah.
Oh.
For most,
Yeah.
sometimes they don't.
I'm sure I could still like get it. But yeah. And my belly button. It is. Are we sure this is still a little street? There is a bridge.
I know, it's not funny, but for some reason that sign is really funny.
It is kind of funny.
I see what they call it interpretive trail.
Yeah.
What do they call it? What?
This is your shit, isn't it?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
You're always like, oh, this trail is too man-made looking. It needs to look
yeah.
more rugged.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
I want my ankles to roll.
Yeah, there is something nice about a trail that's just kind of like this. Like it's.
Feels more legit. It feels like you're more full
Yeah.
rather than like a park. Not that I have anything against parks, but it's like sometimes I want to.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard about the Netherlands. Is they don't have good they don't have a lot of good nature. They just have a lot of parks. So some people who live there are like, it's nice, but if you're into nature, I would recommend somewhere else.
That's interesting.
Maybe that's why we heard so many Dutch people yesterday.
What Dutch people did we hear yesterday?
On the trail, you didn't notice there's a lot of people speaking like Dutch. And,
How do you know it was?
How do you
Dutch?
exactly?
Like, not, I mean,
I don't, but
Okay.
it sounded.
You just assumed.
Yeah.
I guess it could have been.
I mean,
German?
so like.
Yeah,
I
they're
definitely-
Germanic languages,
I
both of
definitely
them.
heard some German, but then there's a language that sounded similar to German, but I don't think it was.
I spent a week in Amsterdam. I loved Amsterdam.
I want to go.
Yeah, I really liked it. I rented a bike.
When did you do that?
It was during my master's. There was a conference there, so I got to go.
Oh,
Like
nice.
paid for and stuff.
Holy
It was
shit.
nice.
Yeah, one of the places I'm thinking to do a race is Amsterdam is October, so that doesn't work out. But I was thinking maybe Rotterdam, and then also visiting Amsterdam while I'm there.
Yeah.
Do they have races in Iceland?
They do.
That would be cool.
That seems like a tough one though for gluten free.
Yeah.
Although I should look into it. Maybe it's not.
Yeah. I found some vegan options when I was there.
Yeah.
There was like one cafe that had the vegan, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't. I didn't have it on my radar to be gluten free, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's something to look for.
Nice. I mean, yeah. Everyone always says, Iceland. So
Yeah. Though it's my impression is that finding vegan things is easier than finding like actual gluten-free things.
Probably, because the contamination is.
Yeah, the contamination. Yeah, to get like, oh, I'm avoiding gluten. That's easy,
Yeah.
but the contamination is.
The way the baby wears.
Totally.
Looks like there's more viewpoints on this trail. Sorry.
I have never been down this path, so.
Nice.
Is this the way down?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, hello.
This is Gizmo.
Oh, Gizmo.
Oh my god, his face! Can I take a picture?
Yeah, of course.
Can I pet him?
Yes, he's friendly. Oh.
And you've got a little carrier.
Oh, okay. We'll let him chill.
That's so hard. Aw. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. I was trying to like, go around and see what kind of dog it was, and as soon as I was like, whoa, what's fucked up? Like, what is that?
It's like
I
Jerks, it's a nose.
wish I could read your thoughts.
I always complain about, unethical breeding.
yeah.
I feel like that dog
What
is
was-
like the most advanced. Like instead of
It didn't look like a dog.
the nose was like inside space.
Yeah.
I wonder like
a pug crossed with like a something.
Multiple things, I think.
curious like how long the lifespan is.
Yeah.
Maybe you get like 2 good years.
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
Yeah. But maybe he rescued that dog. Maybe it wasn't the.
Maybe.
But someone created it.
Yes,
Someone
exactly.
created it.
Someone. Yeah.
Because that thing doesn't survive in the wild.
Yeah.
I saw there was uplifting news from the Netherlands, speaking of which, is they are changing like the standards for breeding, like to try and like make them healthier.
That's good.
Yeah. Look at it. Or girl.
Well, luckily, if we fall, all these trees will break our fall.
Yeah, and maybe our ribs too.
Yeah, true.
No, blind you probably.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like that's the biggest danger if you fall.
Like
What?
your
Probably the
eyes.
most likely. thing.
Eyes? Oh, because
The branches.
especially if you're a Chihuahua
Yeah.
or a pug.
Yeah. Yeah, you have more eye to damage.
Yeah.
Eye to head
The
ratio.
ratio of eye.
Of eye to body.
Eye to body, that's true. She
I was
keeps
just thinking,
she keeps
like-
showing me all these fucked up Chihuahua Instagram reels. And it's just like, this is so sad.
It's so, I'm such a bad person. It's so funny to me.
There is like a kind of dog that's like so ugly. It's like I feel so bad for this dog. It's cute.
It's not even being ugly, it's more just like, what existence are you living? It's just,
Especially when you can hear them breathe and they're
Yeah,
clearly,
and they're
like
like,
struggling.
a lot of people intentionally, they like the sound that pugs make, which is like, dog, they're struggling to breathe.
it's because it makes them feel like God. Like this thing could not survive without me. It depends on me for its like every waking
Where are we
moment.
going?
I guess that way.
Okay. This is probably more steep, whereas that's probably, no, we could do a switchback.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's less steep that way.
For some reason, you saying that reminded me of Alex Arnold on the wall with
Magnus,
Magnus. Yeah, and he's like, no, it's fine. Like,
just do a switchback.
what did he say? It was something like, oh no, like you're not gonna free solo. Like, we're just gonna climb up the wall. And
Yeah.
he gets there. It's like, yeah, I was lying.
And he's like, well, I'm gonna go in front of you because I don't, like, if you fall, like, I don't want you to kill me. So it's like,
Yeah, because then we both die. He laughed. And it's like, wait, that's not funny.
and also, like, a lot of his friends have died.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's so
he's
messed
like,
up.
yeah, I usually free solo and I'm stuff climb with other people because like so many of my friends have like started families with guys. And apparently he has a child.
Yeah. So there's a subreddit called Climbing Shitposting. And, you know, there's a lot of memes on there about how he's like the true climber and stuff like that. Because it's a shitposting, so it's sarcastic. So there's one where it's like, we finally found a way to make Alex Honnold's climbs more dangerous. And it's like a photoshopped image of him doing the free solo, but then like his baby's strapped to him.
Oh god!
And it's like you finally feel something while climbing. Or not.
Oh, not yet. What age would you put your kids taking?
So the older one was taking. So like all the easy top I would take him for sure. He's almost 5. Yeah. And we find so people complain about like I'm tired, but if he has his cousin with him, and there's 2 of them, like they'll be slow. So
Yeah, I feel like
exactly. They have so much. It is very sweet, yeah. I'm glad.
Hang on to this. Hang on to this.
You don't know me, son.
Had.
Well, at least come over on this side so we can have
It,
feels scary.
whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with.
one of
It
those
is weird how you have to like turn your foot sideways.
Yeah.
Why did we go down this way? We like to do the other way.
Kinda.
Kind of, yeah.
Because when he said steep, I didn't realize it was just stairs.
Yeah, it's stairs.
I don't want to do this.
Do you want to go back up and go the other way?
Because it was just stairs, that's not for me.
I don't know how.
This is the worst part. How far are the stairs?
20 meters?
20 meters? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Abby?
I guess if we have like how many flights of stairs is it?
Yeah.
Do you know how many flights of stairs we climbed so far?
No, you?
No. Well, we're coming down.
And you hit me again. After I did it. Not hungry. Okay.
I wonder if I could get a view. I'll just check.
Yeah, you want to go like.
It looks like it might end down there. So we go.
It's still quite a few stairs.
Well, like 3. Like this. I don't count this as a flight because you could just go around. But like 1, 2, and then that might be it. We're going up? Yeah. Okay.
like way harder going up than
Yeah.
the other random ones. Jeez.
Well, I think it would have been just more of the incline is concentrated.
Yeah.
Because on the way up, it was a hill for
Yeah.
pretty much the entire thing.
Yeah.
So you've never done that?
No, I've never gone that way.
Okay.
I came with my mom last time,
Right.
and she wouldn't have been able to do this.
So you did up and down the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in hindsight, I remember the map did have stairs on the picture, but I didn't know what that meant. I was like, oh, there's gonna be like one flight.
He said he was taking tests 3 times a week or something like that.
Yeah. So like, I can kind of like make a gist of what people are saying, but I don't know how to like put my words in the proper grammatical order. Necessarily, and like conjugate it.
That sounds like the next step of your learning would be like actual immersion, which you can't really do.
Yeah. Unless I move to Montreal for school, which I want to do.
Oh, really? What would you do?
Graphic design. So like I've done some freelance graphic design and like I have a kind of handle on it, but I feel like there's like a lot of gaps.
Isn't Toronto the best place for graphic design?
I wouldn't say it's the best. So like I looked at other schools aside from the one that I went to because I didn't have like the best experience there. It wasn't bad, but it was just that like the social life there was really not great. And that's part of I feel like the university experience is not just learning but also like I don't know, being out on your own. And so I feel like, and also it's like I lived at home during school. I feel like to move to the province, I would really just be on my own. And it would be like a whole new culture, different language. So it also almost feels like moving to another country, but it's still in Canada. Although Quebec has like weird laws.
Yeah.
They're almost not Canada. They're really trying not to. But yeah, I would like to. They're also really good for gluten free.
Oh.
And
I mean, Toronto, like it's like maybe
Comparable.
almost on the same level as Toronto.
Okay.
And the subway is really good.
I
So like
love the Montreal
I
subway.
don't drive and I can't ride a bike, so I rely on public transit.
I will say though, everything I've read says that Montrealers are frustrated with people saying that the Montreal subway is good because apparently it's only good for tourists. But people who live there are really frustrated because it'll get you to some touristy areas, but for everyone else they have to take the bus and the bus is awful.
Oh.
I guess it depends where you live. If you live near a subway station, like
Well,
you're
that's
good.
literally what you can say in Toronto too.
Yeah,
It's like it
yeah.
depends where you live.
Well,
I
I
know.
always say I love the public transit system in Toronto too.
yeah.
But I mean, what I'm saying is like I could move to Montreal in theory. I couldn't move to St. John's.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Because you have to drive everywhere.
Yeah. You
Like,
could
I
move
probably-
to Calgary.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So just like a place where you can get to most places by
Yeah.
public transit.
New York City.
Random rock. It's just like sitting there. Looks like someone
Imagine
just dropped
Abby
it
living in
there.
New York City
Wait, why is that funny?
because you're so against it.
Oh, yeah.
What's like why? What's
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the U.S. Like, I feel like, I feel like it's overhyped.
Yeah.
Like, people talk about how great it is, and it's like, well, isn't it kind of just like Canada, but with more guns?
Yes, it is.
Well, no.
I mean, the more guns part is
That
true.
part is true, but the other part you're kind of.
I mean, when you
reductive.
compare, okay, this is funny because when you
What would
talk
you know,
about being Canada being overhyped, and you're like, oh, you know, well, it's not like that much better than the U.S. It's pretty
Yeah,
much
I
just
agree.
the U.S.
I
But when
agree.
I say like the U.S. isn't better than Canada, it's pretty much just like Canada.
You're saying
You're
it like I'm
no.
being inconsistent.
You are.
My statements are that they're both very similar,
Yeah.
and your statements are that they're both very different.
No, I just said they're
You
similar.
just,
I
but you're
just
saying
said-
like, oh, U.S. is so much better.
No, I'm saying that the U.S. isn't that much better than Canada. Like it's pretty much the
Oh,
same.
I mean, I agree. I don't think it's better,
Yeah.
but
I think Canadians do this thing where they're like, we're so much better than
Yes.
Americans, which
Yeah.
is like not true.
I mean, I feel like on a couple of fronts it's true.
yeah,
Like the gun thing.
yeah,
Healthcare, it's increasingly not true.
yeah.
And then I would say for like some like women's rights currently, like in the U.S. that's really gotten worse.
Yeah,
the thing is, I could see that happening here.
abortion rights.
It
and stuff,
could.
yeah.
But it
It'll
hasn't
take
yet.
longer, but
it hasn't yet happened.
Yeah.
which is the point. I'm just comparing right now. Hey, is that the dog?
What?
It's the Gizmo.
Oh.
Oh,
Aww.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Gizmo. Bye, Gizmo.
He's like, I don't want to walk on my own. Also, it's funny seeing a dog without a leash or a harness in the wild. Kind of just looks like a wild animal. Oh, be free.
Ah, right.
I've heard of people doing that, like in the olden days. Actually, I think my mom said her dad did that for her first cat.
Well, cats is a very common thing that you just find strays and then take them in.
Right, but to take a house cat, put it in a car, drive out to the wilderness and dump it there.
Oh, that's
as a
what it is.
punishment to your child.
Oh.
Apparently that was like a common thing back in the day. It's like, oh, you don't listen to me, no more cat. Like that? I don't know, I feel like that's child responsibility. Like that's messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, a cat could probably survive in the wild, a little dog like that could not. I mean, I don't think so. Could that thing catch a kitten?
Yeah, I often wonder like what my dog would do because it does have that like instinct, like when it sees a rabbit or something. I'm like, what would you do if you caught it?
Yeah, like would you eat it? Would you know to eat it?
Yeah, or would you just kind of like sniff it?
But cats also do that. They'll like touch mice and then just like give it to the owner and be like,
Yeah.
oh, look what I did.
Play with it. And, yeah.
But I wonder if it's different because they have feet, like they know they're gonna be fed.
Yeah.
Or is it they're actually hungry enough to eat food?
It's like Little Nightmares.
Oh yeah.
It's a game where you're like a tiny child stuck in some sort of like horror situation, and you're all trying to escape. And then at the end of the game, like you get hungry during the game, so you have to eat gross things.
Like rats. It's mostly
you
just
have to
rats.
eat
I
gross
think.
things. So at the end of the game, like there's these little things that you save. They're like little gnome-looking things.
Yeah, they're like these little triangle guys. And they're
Yeah.
around. They're
So at
cute.
the end of the first game, one of the triangle guys like you do like some hard stuff, but then you're like so starving that you're like barely able to walk.
And then instead of saving, because like
Well,
you
okay,
basically,
hold on.
Wait, I
Let me
want
cook.
to.
Okay, you tell it.
So basically, you look at the parts. Like the part of the gnomes is like it's kind of like a they become a collectible in the game, and you
Like
become
saving
attached to them because like you're saving their life, and it's like oh you're saving these little things that are trapped in here, and they're helpless and cute, and they're like these little cute like creatures, and it's like oh no, like I have to save them, I'm the hero, and then you get to the point, and it's like really dramatic where like they have like a stomach growling, and she's like oh I'm so hungry. And it's like, wait, there's no rats around. Wait, there's a gnome here. No! And then it's like the light, and like, and she eats the gnome.
You missed part of it. But
Oh, you say.
the gnome is trying to bring you a rat, but you don't realize it.
Oh, really? I forgot.
You forgot? It's an important part of it.
That is so sad. The
Yeah.
writers were like, how can we make this the
And then
saddest game?
And then she gets some sort of like the main character like gets some sort of like powers that way, and then I think it's
And then like
sad.
at the very end of the game, when like you beat the final boss, and like you discover some type of like I can't remember what it is.
No, it's a spoiler for the next game.
Should I not say?
I'm never gonna play it. It's okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna play it, and I want to like forget it because I haven't played the second game.
Oh, but you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe
Okay.
I want to act surprised when it happens. Okay. Oh no way! I can't believe
I
it.
didn't even realize that was a spoiler for the next game. Wait,
Wait, what part are you gonna talk about? Okay, fine, talk about it.
For one thing, we both played the game, so like.
Oh, is it
it's
something in the
not-
game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna no. So like in the game, we find out that the gnomes are also children.
Oh,
But they've
yeah.
just been turned into gnomes. So, which to me, I didn't like that. I thought it like took the magic out of the game.
Wasn't that obvious from the beginning? They look similar, like the same body type, the same. Like...
Okay, so I don't know if this is a spoiler because I read it on Reddit
Okay, it's a spoiler then.
or like Twitter, but maybe I don't know. I don't know if it's a spoiler. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Little Nightmares is good, and we should play it.
No.
October. Yes. Why not, Vish?
Oh, I thought you were telling them.
Oh no. They said they're not.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you still say, oh, but you have to.
We've been playing Diablo 4.
Ah,
That's the only thing we play these days.
nice.
I've heard that's good.
Mhm.
Have you heard of Baldur's Gate 3?
I have, yeah. I've heard people saying they're enjoying it.
It's the trending thing right now.
Yeah.
Have you heard like a Twitter meme where people are saying like, man, other game devs are like going crazy because this game is so good and now the standards are so high. And then there are other folks who are like, what are you talking about? And then people just kept memeing on that, like, this game is like breaking the video game industry.
What's so good about it? Have you played it?
No.
No.
I think, but also, like, it's just the thing where it's like you're seeing certain tweets that trend just because of the engagement, not because it's
Yeah.
actually people talking about it.
Yeah. So, but then that drives more tweets. to come.
You mean
Yeah.
X's, right?
Oh god. Oh.
But I bought Zelda, the new one,
Oh, yeah,
a few
yeah.
months ago.
Yeah.
Still haven't even opened it
Oh,
because I'm busy.
Yeah, I haven't opened it either.
I'm an outdoors guy now.
I never finished Breath of the Wild. I
A lot of
feel
people
like
haven't.
yeah, I feel like I have to go through and at least finish the.
Yeah, you should at least do the Ganon stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really close to finishing it. And then I had to take a break because I felt burnt out. 'Cause, like I kept doing like the side quests. To
Yeah.
me, it's like a very like cozy, chill game.
Yeah.
I feel like
play it
open
that
world
way.
games are bad for you.
Um. Yeah, because
Because you'll never finish
I
the
would
game.
Yeah.
I'd leave
She
just,
like
I'd be
wouldn't go to the
doing
end
this.
until she's done everything else.
Yeah.
This is what I would be doing in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I'd just be hiking.
We used to
Oh, I
play.
guess that's where the trail connects.
Yeah, yeah. We used to play.
it's right on Oh wait, because that goes up.
Yeah, it goes up. Yeah, yeah. We used to play a lot of RuneScape, and I was really into like the farming aspect of it.
Yeah.
And so then when things like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing came out, I was like,
Yeah.
my game! I love these games.
Mhm.
Did you get the newest Animal Crossing?
The New Horizons? Yeah, yeah. I played it a lot.
I think I have 500 hours on it.
Oh wow. I don't think I played
And
it.
that was all within like less than a week. I mean, it was the pandemic too. So
Yes,
It was, like,
yes.
and it was like we had like an online group of friends who like were all really intensely into it. So yeah, that was a good time.
I think I got into it late. People were already like bored of it by the time I was like,
Yeah, that's when the side of a Tears of Kingdom hype kind of died down.
yeah.
But I mean, like in the Breath of the Wild subreddit, people are just getting into it now. Like, there's a lot of people who are still like just rediscovering it. So.
I still think we could do that.
And there are still some people playing it just because it's such a long, long game.
Yeah.
Also, one thing about our video game friend Matt, what's really funny is like we were on
A cottage
this
trip.
trip. We were on a cottage trip to Codemore or Lion's Head, which is like up near Georgian Bay.
I assume
He
you've
brought
been
his
there.
Switch.
No, I've never been.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I live in Ontario. There's no nature around me. Oh,
And how long did it take you to drive there, though?
a couple hours.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, I better fly over instead.